Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? I'm JP Natural, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at one of the latest games on the PlayStation Plus Catalog. We're going to be taking a look at the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe for the PlayStation 5. Yes, I know this game came out years and years ago. Yes, I know, as always, I am way too late to this party. But I have to keep waiting until games are free on PlayStation Plus. No, I have not played the Stanley Parable before. Please adjust the slider until the computer is very visible. Yeah, right about there. At least again, probably from OBS. Enter the current time. Luckily I got the time right in front of me. Probably just move it up a minute just in case. Oh, see? I'll just wait. Oop, just wait until it actually turns that time on here. Or at least, no, I probably should have just kept it at 5:28. So now I know the exact time I'm recording this. Wait, there we go. It's now 5:29 on the dot. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Load it up. Alright. Look at that bit of Inception right there. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So yeah, the game has been out on PC for years, probably even a decade now that I think about it. But it only today, as of recording, came out on PlayStation Plus. It did get a PS4 and PS5, along with an Xbox One and Xbox Series X release, and I think for the Switch as well. But now I'm about to experience it for the first time. Let's begin the game. The end is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
That seems like the kind of job I'd be capable of.
How long to push them and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Hey, that's how I feel.
Stanley was happy.
Yay!
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
That's
Never
weird.
in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, yeah, now we can control. For this video, we're gonna try doing the normal.
All of his co-workers were gone.
The normal
What could it mean?
story of this game.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I know there's like a bunch
Perhaps he had
of
simply missed a
multiple
memo.
endings. What we're gonna try to do is the standard ending, and then if I got time, we'll do as many random endings as possible. I hate Mondays. Where is everybody?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. Dang, yeah, that office is empty. Everything feels empty.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Do not
of
alter without
disbelief,
consulting whiteboard
Stanley
manager.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively, aggressively onto the coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you all. Let it ball up inside you. Use slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and those will bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. Everyone is unique. You most of all. What do people want? Things? Happy feelings? Violet James, you're fired. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, charts, and slides. money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. Well, we have our new product. Bi-quarterly post-review. We need less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Size of demographics. That's how little teenagers are. And space between the teenagers. Throw your ideas in the bin. 1. No more bins, trash cans. 2. Renaming of the ideas bin. 3. Firing of me. What else do we have here? Oh, I don't think I'd be able to read those. Oh, those are just a bunch of empty charts. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Standard graphs 40 times wider, not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers, no. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers that use synergize. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizer guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the topic of censored. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda idea. Right, next day's agenda, reflect. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. To do, synergize core value expenditures, shift global market parade, I think? Quarterly pie chart profits. Monetize free-to-play? Oh, no. I gotta get out of here. Hey, wait. Wasn't there somebody in the broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Alright, well, I guess that's the only deviation. Had to make sure nobody was in the...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
make sure nobody was in the
upstairs
broom
to
closet
his boss's office.
Like the thing said. But, yeah, it's completely deserted now. Where's our boss's office? Can I go in the executive bathroom? To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Extreme bathrooms, Time magazine. Now we can't see ourselves, of course, can we? Oh, I like that there's... Every time you press X, it's like a keyboard. Not even the secretary's here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Ooh.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. Creepy. Is this what our building's been hiding all this time? Well, it's nothing left to do but to go down. If I remember right, this game was made in Source Filmmaker, or Gary's
Descending
Mod.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh. Bit of sparks flying.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility? Camera's still on.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
I wonder.
have
I
the
don't know. That wasn't what I was
strength to
thinking.
find out?
The game does look nice. Of course, I'm pretty sure this would never be able to run on my PC. Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh my. So you want to feel this say fired?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
There's only one way to find out.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally unthinkable. This can't happen.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Dang.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah, best to leave it alone.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, well, what do I do then? Oh, wait, there were... Oh, I see. Hold on. I saw a few buttons. Maybe that's what I have to do. Let's see. 1? No. 2? Can I... No, I can't press any of these. Oh. How do you... Oh. Is there a button to turn it on, or... Let's see. How would I disable it, though? Wait, what's that? Hey, Mr. Narrator guy, could you give me a bit of help? I don't know what to do. Oh, I think I'm supposed to go in here then.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Turn it off. Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it? Oh.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Oh, I can still walk around.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, there we go. That's the game. That's the main story. And that's our first trophy. But now what? Can I tap on the keyboard? No, okay.
All of his co-workers were
And now we
gone.
just start over
What
again.
did it mean?
Now we start a new
Stanley
story.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But now we get to wander around a little bit. We got time to mess around now. Can't open that door. And it starts with the most obvious error.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I feel like going to the one on the
This
right
was
this
not
time.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I want to stop by the employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
have
simply
a
stood
soda?
here, drinking it all in.
Okay, I'll just stand here for a bit then. What a nice room. $1.25.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Ah.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Oh, these are nice paintings,
Really
though.
worth it.
Yes, it's really worth it, Mr. Narrator. Ah.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
What are you talking about?
It's possible that this is why everyone
What?
left.
I'm not that cool. I just want a soda. Dang it.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
See?
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Herein lies the charm of the game.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Back to business. Let's go straight ahead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I can't help but laugh. What's this? Do not jump from the cargo lift while its motion will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Even though you will die, it'll cost you $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've
But
been
I already
neglecting,
followed all your
Stanley.
instructions in the last
Someone
playthrough.
you've forgotten about.
I have?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who's
This
her?
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Waiting? Ooh, okay, let's go.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, I'll pick up the phone. Hello? Hello? Huh? 427, just like
Stanley,
my...
is that you?
Yeah?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Okay.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Wait, what?
Gotcha.
You lied to
Come
me.
on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Who want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Fine. Although I probably...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named
Death?
Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427, press triangle.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press X. How about if I press any other button but X? Oh, L1's to crouch. Nice. Oh, L2 is also to crouch. Can I... Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly
Well, if the game
what
won't
he's
go
told
forward
to
unless
do.
I push the button.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's
Why can't I
eating
move
lunch.
past the door anymore?
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
He has? I have?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh no. Please press circle to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Oh no.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oh no, I'm actually excited about it. Please press right on the D-pad to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Uh-oh, I gotta finally press up on the D-pad to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay
I'm
an
imagining
enormous
work.
round room.
No,
with
I'm not meant for
monitors and
office
mind
life.
Controls. And down another was a yellow line that
Trademark.
waved in many directions.
Line trademark.
And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press right on the D-pad to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Uh-oh.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press circle to tell your wife you love her. I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press the right on the D-pad to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop.
I
Here,
can't...
Watch this.
Okay.
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm not gonna press the button. Let's see how long it lasts. The game wants me to press triangle to be at work in the morning. Let's see what happens if I don't press the button. But I get the feeling that the game's just not going to advance once I press the button. Yeah, see, I don't think I could try not to press the button. The game won't let me advance until I press the button.
You see? Can he just
Oh,
not
come on,
hear
I could
me?
hear you. I was trying
Tell
not to
him
press
in
the
a way that
button.
he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press up on the D-pad to question nothing. But I have to question everything.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Please
And
die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
And I died. I get the feeling this was supposed to happen, though. Do I not get another trophy for that? No? Lame. All that for nothing, huh? Pretty sure there might be a way.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Jeez, we're back
What
here.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, let's take the right door again, and this time we'll take the pathway to go back to business.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, well, let's take
This
it
was
on the
not
right.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
I like
What
that
a
he said something different.
Gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, let's take the open door this time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Wait.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait a second. What's this? Going back down. We're going on another deviation.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
He's trying to figure out what to say.
From here, it's, left.
Left? Can I go to the right? No? Oh, I guess I have to follow in this sense.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No, it's to the
what?
right. My mistake.
Is it the right or the left?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What are you thinking,
It's
Mr.
clearly-
Narrator?
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Alright.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. I don't know what's over here. Oh, we're back where we...
No.
What?
This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Well, good thing
Quick,
we already
Stanley,
went to-
close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Good thing we already went through the
who
normal
am I
story
kidding?
first.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Wait, what are you talking about,
This
Mr.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
What do you mean we gotta start
Okay,
back at the beginning?
From the top.
Wait!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Dang
it
it.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When
Wait.
Stanley... Wait.
Huh?
Wait, what?
What the heck?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Should it?
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere?
How could I
or-
have moved the story?
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
That's a good
It
question.
was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ooh, we get to pick our own way out. Let's try it this way. Alright, well, what's in here? Wait. What? Oh, we went around. Okay. Oh boy, yeah, this is quite a loop. I think we're in a maze now, guys. How about over here? What's
I'll
this?
say it. This is the worst adventure
Oh,
I've
come
ever
on!
been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story
I
here
know there
before.
was a story here.
Do we need to restart the game again?
Again?
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Alright, if you say so. Alright. See, look, the time is accurate here. Well, at least close to it. It's at least 55.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I wonder where they all
Stanley
went.
decided to go
Why
to
is
the
there a
meeting
pencil?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I pick up that phone? No. Alright, well, let's go through the door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Okay, yep, it's
Yeah.
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
You think so?
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Alright. That sounds like a good idea.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
What did we miss?
The story. Here it comes.
Okay.
No, wait, never mind. Not the
What?
story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Alright.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
either.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yeah?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Okay.
You win!
I win?
Congratulations!
Yay, I win! Woohoo!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Dang.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Aw.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of
but I
those
won.
situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Me too.
I don't care what might happen this time.
Are you sure that's a good idea? Ah. The Stanley Parable
All right,
Adventure
I've
Line.
got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Alright. Let's follow the line then. Still
You
doesn't
see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Let's go.
Nope. Here's a thought.
What?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
That's a fair point.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside
Wait
of
here a little
your
bit.
subjective experience of this office,
Okay.
is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on.
Okay. What?
That got a bit weird back there.
Yeah, I'd say.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That sounds good. Whee! Yay! I feel compelled to adventure. Let's go! Whoa, whoa. This line's all over the place. Where is this line taking us? Yeah, for this purpose, we'll just follow the line. Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances, financial records, consolidation reports, annual reviews, personnel files.
Got the music. Go
what?
back and look at that fern.
Yeah?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Okay.
You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. I think I remember it.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Other than the fact that we've been here before, no. What? Wait.
Oh, no,
back here.
not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
Line betrayed
After
us.
we trusted you. After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Wait, restart? This is getting a little weird.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's
Forget
it ever
it?
done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our
That's a
own
good
story?
point.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just
right.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Yeah.
What do you want our story to be?
I don't
Go
know.
wild. Use your imagination.
I never really thought about a
Whatever
story
it
before.
might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too, but I don't know what a story is. I'm not that imaginative. I'm analytical, not creative.
Oh, no, not you
it's the
again.
line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
I approve
no
the veto.
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alright. Well, we gotta follow it. There's nowhere else to go. Huh. Wonder where it's going.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Yes!
From here, the story is in our control.
Nice.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Alright.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay.
Just walk in circles for a minute.
Alright.
Okay. So I know that each door has to
This is
lead
a great game.
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
That makes sense.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
Ooh.
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Will it? That's a
And
good
since
question.
the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny.
Oh, I have no idea what happened there. Alright, let's go. Well, what?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The
Look at all
confusion
this.
ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
How do we get these endings?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I
Technically,
don't
we
want
should
to
have gotten
forget?
that reset one right
My
there.
mind goes blank simply because
Playing
it's
this
written
confusing
here
ending
on
for
this
18
this
hours.
thing.
Oh, no, 18 minutes.
Wall. Well, who
I
consulted
forgot.
me?
I think we actually have been
Why
playing
don't I
this
get to decide?
storyline for 8
Why
minutes.
don't I get a say in all
Oh,
of
looks
this?
like either
Is
door
it
would have
really-
led us here.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be.
Me neither.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
I don't want to
want to
forget
be
either.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Alright.
And the
Uh-oh.
timer stopped?
Uh-oh.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something
Aimless
happen?
wandering, turn around, find another dead end.
So, okay.
What now then? Door's locked. We can't get
I
out.
guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're
good
always
question.
saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
I hope so too.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, in the meantime, if
Oh!
you...
The game reset. Oh, what? No! The game reset!
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Something's not right. the doors
When
again.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
No.
he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work
third
of
visit
art.
to the employee lounge,
What
a
was
third
it
different
about this
line.
room that called so deeply and so personally to
It's all
Stanley?
the blue, obviously.
Its grace, its subtle charm. No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Okay,
first
now let's
open
just
door
go
on
straight
his
ahead,
left.
see if that leads to anywhere different.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, what's this way? Oh, no, that was just the way to the left door. Alright, well, let's go back into the employee room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Just for not getting
Stanley
fired.
decided
Talk
to
less,
go
doing
up to his
unbelievably amazing
boss's
work all the
office,
time,
hoping
every
he
day, with
might
no
find an
expectation of
answer there.
promotion.
Oh no, no, not again.
I like
won't
this-
be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Look at all the
Please
tools.
take your time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Narrator. I appreciate it. Fine, I'll get out. But what if I go?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
What if I
walked
walk
upstairs
downstairs?
to his boss's office.
Ooh, a red light, huh? Wonder what's down here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
That's a fair
His
point.
boss would think he was crazy.
If
And
we're to
then
assume that
something
he's still
occurred to
there.
Stanley.
Huh?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
No.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like what?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he
He's
looked
right.
down?
I don't have feet.
Why did doors
Ah!
close automatically behind
That's
him
right, that door
wherever he
closed.
went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty
Yeah.
familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
It is repeating.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a
Oh,
relief
you see,
Stanley
it's all a
felt
dream,
to have
guys.
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Can I? Whee! I'm
Then he
flying.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
I wish.
the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Wait.
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now
Then
as he's ever
explain
been
the
in his
starfield
life.
we just went through.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical
Yeah!
stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Yeah, please
This
explain.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So
How?
he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh no. We're still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Huh. And then we start over, don't we? Yep. Alright. Can I do anything from here, like settings, all that? Oh. No, that's about it. These are about as simplified controls as you could get. But alright. The game is now paused. Alright, well that's going to do it for our look at the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe for the PlayStation 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a very enjoyable experience going through really like 4 endings, kinda. I don't know if those count as endings. I'll have to check the trophy screen later. But in any case, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching me play some Stanley Parable. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.